Good morning.
Well, we are back, and we have found the man who can explain the science behind beef jerky. That's right. And that is our kitchen scientist, Dan Kohler. Welcome. Do people accuse you of let's not overthink this. It's just drive.
Mark, my profession is to overthink things.
No, I can tell.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
So,
and we
all right.
like what's in your head.
You do. I mean, you have so much information.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the origins.
Okay.
Where'd it come from?
So beef jerky is one of those things that actually we've found in Egyptian tombs. It's been around
And we
so
ate it?
long.
They fed the dead?
Well, here's how we.
You can't make a statement like that.
No, I can't. We're going to walk away from it, though. Here's how jerky came to be. When we were in pre-industrialized societies, before we had refrigeration, before we even had canning techniques, which only go back about 200 years. Imagine you're living in a small tribe and you hunt a whole elk, a caribou, a moose. You kill the entire animal. That's a couple thousand pounds of meat. So you're going to roast some of it for the entire group, but then you have to preserve the meat somehow.
How did they know how to
Otherwise
do
it
it
goes
back
bad.
then? They didn't have technology.
You know, the interesting thing about that, I think at some point we as humans already knew that drying was saving fruits and vegetables, right? Things would either dry on the vine, and we knew that it was safe to eat. So why not try it by leaving out some meat in the hot sun? That's why this sort of goes back to that.
That's quite a leap from dried fruit to meat in the hot sun.
Listen, everything in the kitchen is a leap, right? Why did we think that grinding up meat and stuffing it in an intestinal case and grilling it was going to be a good idea?
Logical. What else would you do with it?
I still want to know how we got the egg, because I don't know what came first.
Well.
I don't know.
So what is the science, though, behind
So
it?
the
'Cause there
science
is a
behind
science.
jerky, and this is really fascinating, it really just comes down to dehydration. When we take a pound of meat and we dehydrate it, we end up with 4 ounces of jerky. So we're losing 75% of the weight there. And what you need to grow bacteria is moisture or moisture and air. So when we take out all of that liquid, suddenly this meat, which by the way you should start snacking on it.
It's really
good. When you take away all that moisture, bacteria cannot grow in such an inhospitable nature. So we should get started on this one. It's
Yeah,
sort
now
of
you
fun to
took
make.
that out of the freezer.
Yeah,
so.
I like to keep the meat in the freezer
And
for
what kind
about
of meat?
an hour or two. I use either flank steak. Let me get a good shot of that. Either flank steak or top round. Both of these are very low fat content, and you don't want fatty jerky. You want it actually very lean. So you keep it in the freezer for about an hour or two because it's going to make cutting it into those thin slices so much easier.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is great.
All right, let's do it.
Now, once you've got a number of those slices done, put them in this bowl. And the marinade is very important. The marinade that I've got going on here has soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, molasses, honey, chili flakes, and some onion powder. And the important ingredients to know there are the soy sauce and the apple cider vinegar.
Why?
Because the soy sauce is increasing the salinity. It's increasing the salt presence there, and bacteria hate salt. And the apple cider vinegar increases the acidity.
So, Dan, could you use low sodium soy sauce, or would that be different?
You know, I wouldn't suggest, you can, there's still enough sodium present there, but I wouldn't suggest it. So this is gonna marinate for at least 6 hours, preferably overnight. And then when I take it out, this is the fun part. Dehydrating is really where it gets exciting here.
Only for you.
Well,
Exactly.
This is like meat toffee.
it sort of is. It is sort of candied.
You can't compare this to what you get in a gas station.
No. Now,
So true, right?
I'm going to start off the dehydration process fairly manually here, and I'm just going to press some of this marinade out of it because you don't want it to be wet when it goes on the rack. This is going to speed up the drying process.
Okay.
So press it between some paper towels, and then just get a couple of these cooling racks. They're a couple
Everybody
bucks each.
has
You should
those.
have some on hand.
Cookies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hello.
Put your meat on here, fill the whole rack up, sandwich it between another rack,
Oh my gosh.
and here
Is that to keep it flat?
this is to keep
so
it
it
flat,
doesn't curl
and we're gonna keep it flat. And now
I love this.
this is the
part.
secret ingredient.
Wow.
Air conditioning filters.
These are air conditioning filters.
Are they clean?
They're clean, and I use a cotton-based one. You want to make sure that it's not a fiberglass filter here. Yeah. Sandwich it between here, and the reason I'm putting it between here is because as it's drying, this is going to keep dust and particulate matter out of there. That grid is going to keep it flat, but this is going to keep all the nasties
What
away
does
from
it
it.
do to the smell in your house?
Well, it smells delicious,
When you
but it only
put
smells
that back in
delicious
I see.
when you use the next part of this, the box fan.
Holy guacamole.
So cool.
So you take,
Don't you have to put a big rubber band around that?
yeah, we're going to take this.
This is easier than using the dehydrator you have down there.
Really?
Listen, not everybody has a dehydrator. Most people have a box fan sitting around. I strap this on with some bungee cords.
How
on earth did you figure this out?
my
This is
God.
amazing.
This is really cool.
Set it up.
So much cooler
When
than
you
using
stand
a
it up too.
dehydrator.
Why
Stand
not?
it up, turn it on medium for anywhere from sort of 8 to 12 hours, and we've got some pictures of that rolling in.
Okay.
This is at 3 hours,
Wow.
6 hours, and then finally at 9 hours.
I would have never thought.
Okay, so the first thing I thought of when you plugged it in for 8 hours was my electric bill.
You know,
Yeah.
thankfully, actually, fans are kind of brilliant machines. They take very little energy to run. These motors aren't very strong, and once a fan moves, it actually wants to keep moving. So this doesn't use a lot of electricity. And voila, after 12 hours, this is what we've got. And I've actually got some top round and flank steak here.
Look at that.
So yummy.
And
It
suddenly,
really is,
for
isn't it?
really a fraction of the price of what you're paying, because beef jerky actually is kind of an expensive thing. You buy in
It is.
those tiny packages.
Same with like turkey jerky. Could you use that?
You know,
And they have additives in it.
Yeah, they have a lot of
how-
additives that you want to stay away from. I like to do beef at home. It's the safest one. Poultry gets a little trickier. You want to use
Okay.
some heat with that. But this is, good to go.
and it's tender. The other stuff, like you said, you get at the gas station or wherever, you chew on that, and it's like chewing
like-
on a
yeah,
piece
like
of
a
rubber.
raw-
Or they mechanically tenderize it, or they do something to it,
Yeah.
and it just tastes artificial.
Yeah.
Like this is
How
really good.
How do you
long does
store
it-
it, and how long can you keep this around?
The greatest. So this is going to stay good for about 2 to 3 months, and you want to keep it cool and dry. So Ziploc bag or Tupperware, keep it in your pantry.
It's one of those great
this is
snacks.
I love it.
More information, be sure to check out renegadekitchen.com.
That was yummy.
And coming up, I'm going to show you how to make the most adorable animal shoes out of boring shoes for kids.